Hi, my name is VitaminDStain and welcome back to another episode of Kinkoi Golden Time. Welcome back to this abomination of an append from this weird lady. But anyways, I don't have anything to say, so let's get straight into it. I tossed the ball to Akane-chan, who was around 20 meters away. The ball bounced up. Oh no, it's too soon for this. It's too soon. The ball bounced to the ground in front of her and it snugly rolled into her open glove. Yup, catching a grounder didn't look like it posed any issues. Grounders? But you're throwing it up in the air. What do you mean? That's not a grounder. Really? Really? I'll toss a fastball next, then. Akane-chan, toss back the ball. What was that? There wasn't anything wrong with how she threw it, but no. More importantly, Akane-chan, stay where you are. Listen, you can't move from that spot. She stood in place at the ready just as she was told. Then around the meter in front of her. Blam. The ball she'd thrown fell right back down to the ground. How's that even possible? Thank goodness it didn't hit her. Oh, I understand. She threw a fly ball and the ball magically disappears because when the sun is bright out and you're trying to catch a fly ball when you're playing baseball, it's awful because you cannot see the ball, which could hit you right in the face. It obviously would have been rough to get to where the ball fell in that time. It would have been different if that had been part of my plan from the start, but it was out of the question now. Sure. Akane-chan, you're banned from overhand throws from now on. Great idea. That's a great idea. She almost died. The match had begun. Akane-chan was benched at the start of the game. We sat together and cheered the team on from the sidelines. Not only is she a good bench warmer, but she's also a good morale supporter. You know what? Maybe it wasn't such a bad thing that she was a bencher. That she's a bench warmer. We had reached the midpoint of the game, the bottom of the 5th inning. Girls baseball went until the 7th, so we were already halfway through. Akane-chan hadn't taken part in the game yet. However, she kept on playing an active role the entire time. Whenever a teammate went up the bat, with every single ball, she would cheer and raise her team's morale. Mere fill-in, who was by all rights not even their teammate, had drawn in all of those around her, almost like she was their leader. That wasn't something just anyone could pull off. That is very true. I have to respect that side of her. Her energeticness. It's just too much for me though. What's up?
野球楽しいですね。
Or maybe it wouldn't be too much if she wasn't constantly barging in the protagonist's room. I was Odo, I'd be very upset if she came into my room every morning, unannounced. The freaking exercise. Yeah, it sure is.
私も早くあそこでプレーしたいです。打って走って滑り込んで、
Ah ha ha.
走って取って投げて、
Ha ha.
みんなが頑張ってるのを見てるだけでもワクワクしてきます。
Akane-chan's eyes shone as she looked out at the field. Her sportswoman's blood had to be aching.
野球ってすごいですね。投げるのも打つのも全部一人でしないといけないのに。でも絶対に一人だけじゃ勝つことはできないんですから。
Yeah. Nobody could win at baseball alone. That was exactly right. No matter how astounding you were as an individual, that wasn't enough to triumph. That I could say with certainty.
私もできますよね。今の私ならきっと。
Gonna have to hold her hand when we tell you this. Her eyes were brimming with confidence, with strong determination that didn't fear failure. I was sure Akane-chan was up to the challenge, to experience fun, to keep a projection of success in her mind. It was abstract, yet so very important. This was, of course, based on her having a degree of experience, so I did think it would be difficult for someone inexperienced to pull off major feats out of thin air. But knowing you, I'm sure you'll be fine. I just plain believed that Akane-chan would continue to improve.
先輩にそう言ってもらえるとなんだか心
Does
強
he
いです。
really believe that though? All it took was watching her teammates to share in their joy together. She was absolutely itching to get into the game herself. There's no way someone like that wouldn't be able to stand out there and give their all.
茜ちゃん、呼ばれてるみたいですわよ。
Oh boy. When we looked over, the advisor was looking at Akane-chan and waving for her over. It's your turn.
ですね。
I doubt it'll happen to you, but don't let your motivation be for nothing, okay?
大丈夫です。私は本番に強いですから。
I see. I'll be cheering for you.
はい、行ってきます。
Roughly an hour had passed since the start of the game, and now it was Akane-chan's turn to play.
リリリすみません。何茜ちゃん。そのリリリって何ですか？リードのことだよ。
Akane-chan had made her appearance as a pinch runner. Considering she was an active short distance sprinter in a track club, she would certainly be quick on her feet. You could probably say she'd been assigned to the best possible position. But there was any problem to speak of?
リード。
It was pretty much that Akane-chan didn't know much about baseball.
とりあえずボールが飛んだら走ればいいんですよね。そうそう。積極的に次のベースを狙っていけばいいよ。ボールが飛んだ時だけじゃなくって、他にはピッチャーが投げた瞬間に走ったり。まあ細かいとこは私が声かけて指示するから、とりあえずボール持った人にタッチされないようにね。
Man, that's always scary when you're caught in between two bases, trying to get to one of them safely, and then suddenly it's a game of tag between two basemen and you in the middle. Oh my god. I hate it. I hate it.
わかりました。
But it's kind of fun.
よろしくお願いします。
I hate it because more often times than not, you're gonna get tagged. Well, if the people know how to catch and throw, you know, sometimes people slip up. Otherwise, you're gonna get tagged. No way around it. Would she be alright? There's the doubt kicking in. I was a little uneasy. There's the doubt kicking in. Even the players on the opposite team were gazing at Akane-chan with warm smiles. I bet they were thinking, I was once like that too. But there were several people, the pitcher included, who had stern looks in their eyes the whole time. The kind of look that screamed they needed to be cautious. They're awfully on guard around there.
そりゃあ茜ちゃんは有名な選手ですから。
But like, she has no experience. And she is very little experienced. Yeah, she did have that going for her. One look and you could tell it was just that she was inexperienced at baseball. I didn't think they were in... What? Oh, not again. I didn't think there was any need to put their guard up that much though. Oh, what are you trying to say, Oda?
聞きましたわよ、市松さんのこと。
Hmm? She was staring straight at me for some reason. What about?
昨日の放課後、あかねちゃんからいろいろ教えてもらいましたの。
Yesterday, after school? Oh, the talk Akane-chan mentioned she went off to have.
あかねちゃん、市松さんが見ているから頑張れるっておっしゃっていました。
Glaze.
そして市松さんが見てくれるからかっこいいところを見せたいと。
Oh, sorry. She wants to be cool for me, huh? She said something like that. I looked back over to the field. The pitcher was in the middle of a pickoff move to first base. Akane-chan slowed her foot on the base and it ended without incident. Is she seriously planning to run for it? Her eyes were focused on the base ahead of her. While I couldn't call it that large, she'd lead off her base a decent amount. If she had half a mind to, it'd be plenty to steal a base. Afterward, there were 2 more pickoff attempts. The batter hadn't been pitched a single ball yet. Would she run? I had no proof. Still, I felt a premonition of sorts inside of me that Akane-chan would run for sure. Bam. The second the ball was pitched to the batter, claps resounded across the field. She dashed. Once I understood that, my eyes followed the ball. The match lasted for an instant. The ball that had veered high only just landed in the catcher's mitts. This may have been anticipated as she was already in throwing position. The catcher threw the ball straight back to second base. It was a low ball intentionally made easy to catch. Perfect movement, so much so that I even found beauty in it. Being an ex-catcher myself, I couldn't help but admire it. That was the sort of maneuver you'd be happy to successfully pull off 1 in 3 times, even if you practiced. The flow of their toss from slide step to pitch to catch made it seem like it was predetermined that she would pierce through from the very start. It was a beyond flawless blocking play. Akane-chan slid in. The player who caught the throw from the catcher slid the glove to try and make a tag. Everyone present gasped. It all went down in near unison. Neither outcome would be shocking. As for the final result... Alright. You did! Yay! Akane-chan broke into a delighted smile as she stood atop the base. Huh? She turned to me and waved her hand like crazy. Yeah, that was a nice run. The opposing team had been impressive too. So much so that you could call their play perfect. But they were no match for Akane-chan's speed. She responded to the running coach signal instantaneously and reached top speed in a split second. Then she ran straight for her goal. I could see why everybody was like, she's one of the fastest or the fastest. You wouldn't have known Akane-chan had been given a crash course on the game given how quickly she jumped into action. She just kept looking forward. Once she made up her mind, she showed no hesitation. Oh, did I skip something? Let me check. Whoops. Okay, great. That was the sort of vigor that had been in Akane-chan's dash. That's the spirit. The sudden development had clinched Akane-chan's baseball match. Even though my only thoughts at the start were hoping Akane-chan would get through it without any injuries. Before I knew it, my palms had begun to sweat. I didn't realize how invested I'd become in the game. Seeing her smile with joy from the bottom of her heart out on the field left a massive impact. Sure is. In the inning to follow, the batters landed solid hits and had tied up the score. However, they weren't able to pull off any greater of an assault, and each team's pitchers had struggled through where it counted, bringing us into a final inning of offensive. We were now at the bottom of the 7th. There apparently wouldn't be overtime in this practice game, so they had avoided any potential loss at the very least. The first batter took to the plate with an infusion of Akane-chan's cheer. This innings all come down to you.
どうでしょう。確か4人目だから1人出たら回ってくるはずです。
You're going the bat?
多分そのまま打席に立たせてもらえると思いますけど。
I see. Good luck out there. Watch her hit a home run, and then everybody in base is gonna go into the final play, and then they're gonna win.
ホームラン期待しててくださいね。
Oh, I am expecting a home run. I'll be looking forward to it.
Strike! Batter out!
2 outs in the time we've been talking. The final inning, 2 outs. Gotta raise the stakes too. 1 more out and the game would be over. But if 1 more person could land a hit, Akane-chan would get her chance to bat.
さて次は私か。
Ace pitcher Yumina Senpai, who was in her same year, headed for the batter's box.
茜。はい。絶対に回すからね。信じてます。うっしゅ。
She was plenty spirited. The first pitch. It was a semi-soft pitch that went right down the middle, and she swung for it without hesitation. The ball tumbled its way between the opposing team and found its way onto the outfield. Akane-chan was up.
あかねちゃん、ほら打席入って入って。はーい。では先輩、しっかり見ててくださいね。
Yep. I quietly watched Akane-chan as she energetically rushed off.
てりゃー。
Kerplunk.
おかしいな。全然当たらない。
Crap, this girl couldn't hit. I was sure she could pull it off, but it seems she didn't understand the first thing about how to handle the bat. Just like when we played catch, with the exception of running, she may have been fundamentally terrible at sports. Isn't she using her hips like a total amateur?
エッチな話です。
Does sound like it, doesn't it? No, it's not. There were, of course, full-fledged members of the girls' baseball team here too, but nobody even tried to chime in about Akane-chan's swing. I better teach her the right way to swing if she was going to win. In the end, though, this was a practice match. For that matter, she wasn't even a formal player. There was no losing this anymore either. All things considered, there was nothing wrong with just having fun. But...
てりゃりゃりゃりゃー。
Clink.
当たりました。
Shut up and run. If I hadn't flown forward, she'd only grazed it.
よし、これなら次はいけます。
Even so, Akane-chan strongly believed she could do this. Time out. Akane-chan, come here a sec.
先輩？
She ran over, seemingly confused why I'd suddenly called out to her.
どうかしましたか？
Akane-chan, I'll say this point blank. You won't hit with your current strategy.
どうしてですか？
There are a few reasons. You're going for Cabrera-style upward swings, and for that matter, your left hand's on top despite swinging it from the right. When I told her this, she checked how she was holding the bat. Her right hand was on bottom, and the left on top. That didn't mean she couldn't land a hit, but if nothing else, it wasn't the best way to grip it. Could I ask just one question? Oh god. What do you want to do? Do you want to enjoy the match? Get her through the day unharmed. That had been my sole thought, so I hadn't taught her much from the technical end of things. And there was nothing wrong with that. Reason being, it wouldn't make much of a difference if it were taught to a complete beginner. If all she wanted was to have fun, then what I had in mind would just be meddling. But if she wanted to win, then there was something I could do for her.
楽しみたいのはもちろんです。でも、
Her unwavering, direct gaze took me in.
やるからには全力で勝ちたいです。
Perhaps I didn't even need to ask. I knew deep down Akane-chan would have given me that answer. It really was a no-brainer. Got it. I'll teach you a way to win, then.
本当ですか？
Are you gonna tell her the blunt, since she can't swing? Yeah. First off, let's start with how you hold the bat.
よろしくお願いします。
Akane-chan was already always serious. Excuse me. She wasn't the type to cut corners and always tackle the task head on. I wanted her to be successful. I wanted to help her too. And I was sure that was why I'd wound up attracted to Akane-chan in the first place, except me. I respect that though. Good for you, you. Once I finished giving her a few minutes of simple advice, Akane-chan headed back into the batter's box. Not sure. It's hard to say if that was enough to make a difference. All I'd managed to teach her were the absolute basics. Akane-chan was a bit more prepared now compared to just a few minutes ago. But that didn't mean anything would actually come from it. Huh? I was a cool guy? I don't recall doing anything especially cool though. You said it, first year girl, see? That was a nice clean sound. I like that. Must be a home run. I could see a white ball cleaving through the blue sky. The ball went further and further, rising way up high. And split straight down the unmanned middle of left and center field. Someone yelled. With those cheers pushing her on the back, Akane-chan ran around the diamond. Amusedly. Happily. Like she felt on top of the world. She ran and ran and ran. The ball rolled endlessly across the open field. Even if the other team caught up to it, I doubted they'd throw her back in time. My eyes met Akane-chan's as she approached third base. She gave me a quick wink, then enthusiastically launched off from the base. She ran her way toward home where everyone was waiting. The ball made its way back to the infield, but it was too late. Akane-chan stepped on the home plate, then raised both hands into the air and erupted with joy. Her teammates gathered all around her. Yay. I called it. Alright, can you please zoom out so I could use this as a thumbnail? Thank you, that's perfect. Akane-chan was being mobbed on all sides, our eyes met. I didn't even have to think about my reply. Yeah, as cool as it gets. She immediately turned to me almost as she were begging for help. Oh boy. I figured it'd be hard for me to get involved right in the middle of this celebratory mood, but
そうだね。市松くんも胴上げに混じる？
absolutely. If that's how they wanted, I would happily join in on the fun.
先輩の裏切り者！
I walked over to the middle of the circle. At the center was my girlfriend, the person who looked at me more than anyone else, and my beloved who loved me more than anyone in the world. On that day, I decided to support Akane-chan with everything I had. I wanted to make her golden, an utmost radiance that was second to none. She slipped up every now and then, and at one point was nearly crushed under the weight of her own anxieties. But we'd come this far, hand in hand, and I was sure that would hold true into the future.
先輩！私、やりました！
I actually got chills from this. Alright. That was a good end. I like that. Some time had passed since then. Oh, I thought it was the end. Guess not. That would have been a good spot to end it though. They really gave you an open invitation, huh?
そうですね。あの日、打てはしましたけど、私、あまりうまくはないと思うんですが。
Well, let's set that aside from that. I bet it's because they have fun with you around.
私といると楽しいですか？
Yeah. There's no denying that fact. Of that I knew for certain. You give everyone around your energy. Oh yeah, very energetic. When people see you trying your hardest, it makes them feel like they can do it too.
そう言ってもらえると嬉しいです。
That's a good trait to have.
ちなみに、
Perhaps I've been a little too harsh on her. Maybe not, actually. I just didn't like her root that much, that's all. But her character is not necessarily insufferable. Like Ayaka.
それって先輩もですか？
Yeah.
先輩
What's up?
それはですね。キュー
He said,
先輩が私からエネルギーもらってるって言うなら、私も先輩からエネルギーもらっちゃってもいいですよね。
What am I going to do with you?
ダメでしたか？
Nah, if that's what you want, do all you like.
はーい、先輩大好きです。
Akane-chan tightened her embrace. Ah, this was fantastic. Like, the sweaty scent of hers after some light exercise was so great. I can't tell he's being sarcastic. What? Nope. What was I thinking?
どうかしましたか？
No, not again. Not a part 2 of doing it while you're literally gross after exercise. Nah, nothing.
もしかしてエッチなことですか？まあ、先輩の考えてることなんてお見通しです。
Har, you got me there. Sound like she'd figured me out.
先輩は分かりやすすぎるんです。
It's not like I can help it. You're just that adorable.
ありがとうございます。
Hey, aren't you still in the middle of practice? Don't you need to head back?
そうでした。
Yeah, get out of here.
先輩、なんかごまかそうとしてません？
What did think of it?
じー。
Anyway, they're choosing participant for the spring tournament next week, right? You'd better get yourself ready for it.
ですね。ここからが大切なところです。先輩も付き合ってくれますよね。
Of course.
やったー！先輩と一緒なら100人力です。
That's wholesome. For sure.
おい、あかね、練習再開するよ。はーい、すぐ行きまーす。
Hey, Akane-chan.
はい、
We're going to aim for the top together, right?
もちろんです。
Dad didn't just go for the spring tournament. Akane-chan was meant for much greater heights. She was that talented, and she'd put in ample effort to boot.
一番なんて想像しただけで燃えてきちゃいますね。
Yeah, but it's going to be a tough journey to get there.
それでも目指すんですよね。
Naturally. No matter what hardships are waiting for us, we'll overcome them together. That's what I believe. We once walked different paths, but now we're we were walking the same path together. I'll reach the top together with you. Right now, that's my dream. I wonder what sort of world was waiting for us ahead. I wanted to see it together. The same place, together with the person I loved.
私もです。私も先輩と一緒に一番になりたいです。
Well then, why don't we make our dreams come true together?
先輩、結構臭いこと言ってますよ。
Oh yeah, what a chatter. I do?
あかね。はい。それじゃあ、先輩。
Yeah, you're heading off? Akane-chan could just keep running forward with her full focus. If it was to support her in that endeavor, I could do absolutely anything. And I knew that place we would finally reach together would be shining the most brilliant golden color. Once again, chills. That was very wholesome. I actually liked that append. That was really nice. Wow. That was dope. It was very cheesy and I felt a little cringed out, but like the way she like talks sometimes, that's what I get from her. But it's not necessarily like a bad thing. They had like a few wholesome moments and I like that. That was really nice. Now on to the next. We could do, I guess we'll do Mina. And then after Mina, it'll be Ria, then Reina, and then Sylvia. We're at 33 minutes, so we could definitely start this at least. On to the next.
いやー、まさかカミニャンがあんな大胆なことするなんてね。
Oh yes. This is in continuation. See, that's why I get confused. We're opening this conversation again. I don't care if you get tired of it. Just hear me out. On Nella's append, you could for sure say that it's a continuation after the events that happened between her and her sister when they were sparring together on that game. For Akane's, it's a little unclear because if I remember correctly, and I do believe I remember correctly, Akane was doing a competition and then it just ended, you know? So that's why I'm a little confused as to if it's a continuation of that, because they don't talk about it anymore, you know? But now, for example, on Mina's, Reina just said, oh, I never thought Kamiya would do something like that. This is clearly an indicator that this is a continuation of Mina's announcement at the end of the route, of her route, which happened in this game. So that's why I'm like, huh? But anyways, whatever. And not whatever, but whatever. I was surprised when I heard she was doing it too.
そんなこと言ってオーロもノリノリだったくせに。
It's not like I could have just sit by and watch it all go down.
ねえ市松くん、いつの間にプルテアさんとそんな関係になってたの？
What did she call her? I've never heard that before.
やっぱメゴチンはそういうの気になる？当たり前でしょ。私はイケメンと付き合うことに命かけてるんだから。
Manako's just down her endlessly.
教えて。いや教えてください。どうしたらいい人を捕まえられるの？
Either bag me or honey, she said. That's kind of hard to answer. For starters, I didn't bag anything. I fell in love with her for the person she is, just like you would anyone else.
メゴチンはイケメンに引っ張られすぎだからね。
Indeed. There's nothing really wrong with falling for someone who is attractive and is financially well off.
だよね。イケメンを好きになるのも当然だよね。
So as long as that's actually why you fell in love with them and not just the only reason you want to be with them. My head hurts from these headphones. Could I give them a little stretch because I have a big old head? Right. I wouldn't really say that, but okay. Sounds kind of funny coming from me, but I wondered if it was okay for me to fall for Mina-chan and to tell point blank exactly how I felt. We probably wouldn't have started dating if I questioned every little thing I did or said.
なるほどね。眩しい。その純粋な瞳が眩しい。あ、そうだ。聞きたいことがあったんだけど。
What's up?
オーロはカミニャンのどこが好きになったの？
That is a great question. Good question. It's hard to pick one specific thing. I guess it was because I couldn't really get her out of my head after we hung out.
あ、意外と普通なんだ。
I was taking etiquette lessons from Mina-chan at the time and she was really strict. She got really mad at me if I fell behind.
ああ、たまに聞こえてくるあれね。
Well, what else would it be about?
こってり絞られてるなって思って聞いてるあれ
Tearing
だね。
him a new one? What does that even mean? Yeah, I guess the walls really were thin. Well, not like I could really do anything about it now. Despite how angry she got, I knew she genuinely had my best interests at heart. I started learning a bunch of stuff about her after, and the rest was history. That about sums it all up.
なるほどね。
Also, she's really cute.
なるほど。それが一番わかりやすい。結局あんたも見た目かい。
It was a factor, but it wasn't the only reason why I fell for her. What the heck was she going on about? Mina-chan's the cutest girl in the world, after all. For example, we were hanging out the other day and she looked up at me with those big eyes of hers while holding my shirt sleeve between her fingers. I thought I was going to die from the cuteness overload.
おほー。
Oh!
くー。
What?
いやー、オーロの口からこんなのろけが聞けるようになるなんて、私は嬉しいよって。
I was being serious, though.
うん、知ってる。あー、いいなー、幸せそうで。
Not to brag, but I'm super happy right now.
素直におめでとうと言えないもどかしさ。ちくしょう、私も絶対イケメンの彼氏捕まえてみせるんだから。
If you find someone you really like, then I'm sure you'll start dating in no time.
本当？それって私にそれだけの魅力
I never said that. Nope. Decline the answer. I have a girlfriend. Well, yeah, I don't think there's anything bad about you. You may want to tone down the greediness a bit, though.
あら、それってもはや別人なのでは？レイナちゃんはいぶかしいんだ。この、せいぜい見てるがいいわ。絶対に見返してやるんだから。
Oh, good luck. Sir, good luck.
その余裕が腹立つ。よかったね、オーロ。カミニャンと付き合うことができて。
Yeah. I'm grateful to you, Reina. Just partially thanks to your advice.
いいのいいの。幸せになるんだよ。それが私にとっちゃ一番の恩返しだからね。
Oh, Reina. That's the plan, whether you told me to or not.
泣かせるようなことがあったら、シルビーたちだけじゃなくて、私も怒るから。
You've got nothing to worry about. I never want her smile to fade. I'll do whatever I can to make sure that doesn't happen.
そっか。それなら安心だね。よかったね、カミニャン。オーロにこんなにも愛されて。
Huh? Mina-chan. Hey, how long have you been there?
その、私を好きになって、ちゃんとまっすぐ気持ちをぶつけられる。
Nobody saw her. She cannot be that small. Was she under the desk or something? She'd basically been there from the start. Reina, you knew, huh? She pulled a fast one on me. I couldn't believe Mina-chan had been eavesdropping on our conversation.
私もオーロに好きって言ってもらえて、そのとても嬉しかったですわ。
Yeah, well then how to put it? It was worth me telling you how I feel.
こんな人の多い場所でこういうことを言うのは恥ずかしい。
She's shaking from the embarrassment. It's kind of funny. Yeah, we had been a hot topic at the academy ever since. Not surprising considering Mina-chan was a princess and I was but an ordinary commoner. Unfortunately, that meant everyone was keeping a close eye on us.
落ち着きませんわ。
I can tell. Even someone like Mina-chan, who should be used to being in the public eye, was feeling incredibly restless.
まったくもう。
Innocent!
ういういしいの。
Innocent!
そんなんじゃ。いいのいいの。あしには全部わかってるから。こういうちょっと遠慮しがちなところとか。いやー、青春ってやつだね。
You kept quiet because you wanted to see this, huh?
ごめんね。かわいいカミニャンが見たくて、ちょっと意地悪しちゃった。今日はどったの？オーロに用があってきたんでしょ？そうでした。私としたことが目的を忘れてしまってましたわ。
Hmm? Did something happen?
いえ、特に問題というわけでは。オーロが恋しくて会いに来たとか。半分ほどはそれが理由ですわ。なんとか言いなさいな。
Mina-chan.
なんですの？急にかしこまって。
Thank you. That makes me super happy.
別にあなたを喜ばせようと思って来たわけじゃありませんわ。ただ私が会いたかっただけです。
Reina.
なんだい、オーロさんや。
What? My girlfriend's crazy cute.
わかる。この可愛さは反則的だね。女の私でもグッとくるものがあるんだもん。
What?
何がですの？
Ignore her.
これはわからないからこそいいものだよね。
What is the word for someone like Reina that describes that she's out of pocket? What? She's so, I can't. Brain is just not braining right now. What is it? You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Reina is so that.
なんだか釈然としませんが。それでもう半分は何なん？ああ、それはですわね。
Sorry, Reina.
実は今日学校が終わった後にオーロに会いたいという方がおられまして。
Me? I wonder who it was.
私とオーロのことは当然ながら祖国ソルティレージュにも伝わってますよ。
Oh, Christ. I was suddenly filled with a confusing and horrendous sense of dread.
ソルティレージュとしても全くの放置というわけにもいかず、まずは直接オーロがどういう人間なのかしっかりと見定めなければならないということになりまして。
So you're saying I'll be meeting with a higher up from Solarlight, so I need to be on my best behavior?
そういうことですわ。
Oh. You know, I actually have a...
ありませんわよね。
Right.
オーロ完璧にスケジュールも把握されてるんね。まったくもう、さっきはあんなにかっこよかったのに。
Who wouldn't be nervous meeting a representative from another country? It's not like your father or mother will be here, right?
ですわね。
Oh.
お父様たちが
okay.
忙しいので、昨日の今日で来るというのはとても。
Phew. That gave me some peace of mind, at least. To meet her parents without any time to prepare would be too much for me to handle right now.
ですが、ソルティレージュの代表であることには違いありませんが、話したことがすべてお父様たちに伝わるのは間違いないですわね。
Oh. Yikes, now I'm freaking out. I knew there was no way I could get out of it, but the thought of it gave me a stomachache. It didn't help that it was all going down later today. Dang, if only I at least had enough time to emotionally brace myself.
大丈夫ですわ。オーラはもう十分に立派な男性なのですから。マナーの面ではまだ足りないところがありますが、それでトークを言われることはないはずです。
That feels like a backhanded compliment, lady.
恐れることなく普段通りに自然体のオーロでいればきっと大丈夫ですわ。むしろ変に頑張ろうと自分を作ればそれを見抜かれてしまうだけでしょうし。
Mina-chan.
私とオーロのこれからのためにあなたならちゃんとできますわよね。
That's great encouragement. Wow, thanks. Yeah, I had to go through with it. I had to go through with it if I wanted to be with Mina-chan. I couldn't be afraid. No, you definitely can. Thanks, Mina-chan. I was freaking out a little bit.
まあ無理もありませんわ。ですがこの程度のこと乗り越えてもらわないと困ります。
This is completely unrelated, but I'm only talking about it because it's a little spooky. I keep seeing like these shadowy figures or like resemblances of the silhouettes of people like walking around in the corner of my eye or something, and it's a little annoying because I'm like, oh, who's out there? Oh, nobody. Oh, who's that? Never mind. Nope, like it's just weird. Or sometimes I hear sounds that aren't there. Should I be worried? I feel like I should be worried. Yeah, I know. It's okay. They'll understand as long as I get my sentiments across to them.
その心意気ですわ。
Since I love you so much, enough that I can't even put it into words anymore. Regardless of what happens, we're going to get married one day, and I'll do whatever I can to make them understand how much you mean to me.
お嫁ってそんなもういいですわ。十分にわかりましたから。
Y'all been together for like
教室ですのよ。
ever
落ち着いてくださいな。
going off the game or whatever. They're probably dating for like a few days or weeks or months. Chill out. Sorry, I guess I got a little too into it. Why did that happen? I don't know.
嬉
Yes, ma'am.
TPO はわきまえてくださいまし。
Mm-hmm. Mina-chan shyly averted her eyes. Adorable. Whoops, not good. Had to show some remorse for getting overly emotional.
もう昼休みが終わってしまいますわ。それじゃまた放課後に迎えに来ますので。
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Things had escalated rather quickly, hadn't they? Second thought, maybe it won't be such a big deal if all they wanted to do was talk. Maybe. Even so, I needed to sort my thoughts and compose myself for what was to come. For now, I could do a thorough review of the etiquette and manners Mina-chan had taught me. There wasn't much time left until school was over. I'd better do as much as I possibly could to ensure I didn't give the person from Sotilage any odd impressions. You know, it makes me think, are his manners really that awful, or are the etiquette from people from Sotilage, at least for these people in particular, are that different? Because the fact that he has to review or study or learn these etiquette lessons, it really makes me wonder, like, is dude really that weird? Which, based off of what I've read about him, he does not seem to be like a complete bum. But I don't know, just a thought, I guess. I think I'm going to wrap it up here, even though I'm only at the 49-minute mark. But I told myself, oh, I'm at the 50-minute mark. I'm going to stop recording or stop playing at 50 minutes because I typically sometimes talk up to like 5 minutes. So I think this is perfect, you know. After so many years of YouTube now, I'm barely doing this, you know, crazy. I always just end it kind of whenever I want, whenever I feel like it. And just talk for like 5 or 10 minutes sometimes. But honestly, today I don't have that much thoughts. You know, the Akane Append was pretty good. Pretty good. I didn't like her route that much overall, but it was definitely nice to see a fitness girl. Because I am someone that likes sports. I like to work out. Nothing like too crazy. I don't want to get like Hulk or anything or a barbarian. I just want to stay fit, you know, good, healthy, not die sooner. And I do enjoy some sports, so it was nice to see a maiden that enjoys sports. I did like that aspect, but like overall her story or whatever, I just wasn't too impressed about it. And I did find there were several times where I found myself feeling a little annoyed by her because she's just so always like energetic and stuff, and that's great and all. But you know what I would like to see with these characters? They show all these good things about the characters and stuff, but like I would also like to see some like the bad side of these characters, you know. Like for example, Sylvie is also one of those characters that seems always happy all the time, but I really want to see like them not being happy all the time. I want to see everything, not just like the good side and all. Although I feel like with Sylvie, we've definitely seen her be in distress or upset more times than Akane. With Akane, I didn't really feel that way. It always felt like she was always annoyingly enthusiastic, which there's nothing necessarily wrong with it per se, but for me it's just, it feels like inside in my head it's like get real, like, you know, like I want to see something more, like not just all this enthusiasm all the time. I don't know, it just kind of annoys me. I'm not too sure on why. It doesn't really matter, I think, but yeah, that's my critique on that. But you know, overall though, the stories have been very interesting. But I'm looking forward to the Mina append. Mina's route was actually pretty good too. I didn't really hate it. It definitely wasn't a route that I have all the way up, you know, like with Sylvia or Reina or Maria or Ria. But, you know, not bad. Definitely not bad. And it was nice to see Mina's character development, you know, because she was very, very mean at times. Sometimes. Or strict is the word. Strict is the word. But Ayaka's a whole different story. But anyways, enough of that with my thoughts. I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so very much for watching as always. I really do appreciate it very, very much. If you did enjoy this video and you have not subscribed already, please fix that. Hit that subscribe right now. It literally takes like not even 3 seconds. Do it right now. It's really quick. And share this video with your homies. Share this channel. Let's hit 1,000 subscribers. Please. But once again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video as always. You'll stay safe. And until next time.